Yo, what's up, everyone? This is Charles here. Another video is out right now. So today, just wanted to touch on this thing I saw in a book called The Millionaire Fast Lane, about where I touch on like three main concepts. These concepts are the sidewalk, the slow lane, and the fast lane. Now, I don't know if you ever heard of any of these things, but what the author talk about in this book is the different mindsets we may have on how we approach to money and life, in a sense. Okay. So there's the sidewalk, the slow lane, and the fast lane. Let's start off with the sidewalk. The sidewalk is where you will have this mindset that as you make money, you spend money, you're living it now, you go your paycheck to paycheck. So when the money now starts, you're living nice, everything nice, handy dandy, you get all you need, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, you have fun, you do your dues. And then say 2 weeks in, like, wait, so I had to hold back my money because, I done. But then you're saying to yourself, month end coming, again, my pay, do beat up. And when month end come, you do it again and again. You enjoy the first week or so, then living nice. You're not really thinking about the future and what could happen. You're just thinking, you live now for now. I could die tomorrow, so be it. What if you do die tomorrow? What if you live till like 85 years old? Then that's a different story, but I mean, it's your life and you want to live it. But he didn't really touch on the sidewalk much because that is not really the purpose of the book. The sidewalk is just, most sidewalkers wouldn't really be reading the book in a sense. It's just, it's cool to live your life, but they have different attitudes and things to people and money and those things. Yep. There's a lot of concepts on it. I can touch on it more in a later video. But this one is just giving a brief overview of these things, okay? So there's the sidewalk with that. I think you understand. Just living normal paycheck to paycheck. Pay your bills and things. Hopefully. You might have some stress on money. You might, you're not really thinking about the future. If you lose your job now, then you're in some debts because you don't have a source of income at the moment and don't have any money backed up because you're not even saving your bank account, just where you get paid. Okay? And the second thing is it is the slow lane. So a sidewalk and then the slow lane. The slow lane is like what is being like many people are doing right now. It's what their parents would say, yes, get into that, blah blah blah. So basically the slow lane is what most people are doing, right? So you go to school, study hard, maybe you go to university, get a degree, and then you go and get a job and you're stable long and you bunk up, right? And when you get a job, you're not spending your money wisely. You're being wise with your money, right? You save it, you maybe invest a little bit here and there, and you're thinking about the future, because you're always going to think about the future. But the thing with the slow lane is that you're thinking so much about the future, not even the short-term future, but the distant future. That you're not really enjoying and experiencing life now. You are not really using money to get things that you want to do now. You're thinking more about, I need to have this money when I retire because I'm not going to be getting paid again, right? But you really banking on life. You banking on living long. You banking on saying, all right, when I'm 45, when I'm 50, I'll get that car, I'll get that house, I'll get all those things. I'm going on vacations and whatnot. So you saying, you believing you have, right, 20, 30, 40, I have 50 years for sure to live again. But that is not really the wisest thing to do, okay? Because we could die at any age. We could die tomorrow, we could die yesterday, we could die anytime. So just thinking about, after retirement, I have to have money, go on things with my wife or whatnot. When I'm 45, 50, then I will do those things, then I will do that. It makes sense, but at the same time, it's not the wisest thing to do. So what he was saying is that in the slow lane, you will think about these things, you will focus on these things, you will always focus on saving money, saving money, saving money. Even though saving money makes sense, he believes that it is more important if you want to like be rich or live comfortable with money and have more freedom. It's more important than saving is making more. So instead of just focusing on saving, watching it slowly count up, think about making more money. You have to know making more money. And in your jobs, as me leave, if you ask for a raise, you get maybe a 3% increase or whatnot. So even when you work in these jobs, there's a ceiling most times. And you're usually working for time, you get paid for time. You're not really getting paid for the quality you do or how many people you serve or not. 1 week you could serve 22 people, in whatever you're working in. Next week you could serve 400 people. And you know something? That's if you're working like in a company, yeah? You know something? You will just get paid the same amount. Overtime also come into play, might get a little bonus for doing well, but basically there's a ceiling which you cannot pass. And just thinking about having these things later down in life, so far down in life, isn't really the wisest thing to do. But you mightn't really want those things now. You might be thinking about your children, your grandchildren in the future. So that makes sense. Okay, so that is the sidewalk and the slow lane. Now then there's the fast lane. And the fast lane isn't about getting money easy, getting rich easy, or getting rich fast, even though it is the fast lane. But it's what you were saying is more about, instead of you really getting paid for time, it's about you getting paid for what you put out there and how you serve others and impact others out there. He said many times, to make millions, you have to serve millions. Obviously, you have to serve millions. Because I just hold my partner away. Because if you're like, say, you're putting out something out there and you're serving a few hundreds, a few thousands of repeated customers coming over and over, and let's say it's a high ticket item, as in that means it's expensive. But if those people keep buying it over and over, and you have plenty of people doing that, not millions, you could make millions from that. But yeah, he just focuses on not really doing it for time, but to serve a certain amount of people, to impact people and finding what people want and what people need, in a sense. Not need, but what they want, right? And if you find those things, you can live in the fast lane. And this would be not thinking about having the things you want when you are older, as in 50, 65, that age, but thinking about having them in 5, 10, 15 years. It's about enjoying life as soon as you can, having these moments as soon as you can, these experiences, these things which can make your life better. Okay? So we're having a great time. So we're having money now to buy the things you want now. If you want a nice car, it'd be nice to have it at 50, but if you have the car now at 25, 30, that'd be even better for you. That's if you can afford it, if you can finance it, if that's what you want. Alright? Yeah, pause my video for a bit there, lose a bit of the train of thought, but basically what I was getting to is just him saying that trying to get out of the boundaries of time, money for time is what he believes in. I believe he has this some kind of internet site or something, so I can't even remember, but yeah, when he was young, that's how he gets money. He didn't start off, so he had other things that fail and whatnot. Yes, he thought about like if you're a business owner and whatnot. Some people will make businesses and think they are an entrepreneur or whatnot, but they still just living like a normal worker, because say you open this place, say you're selling, I don't know, food or whatnot, you still have to work within the confines of the time. You're getting paid for basically time. There's only such a limit or such an amount you could really sell. So the only difference between being a business owner there and working for someone else is that you're your own boss. That's basically it, which is totally fine. But if it's what you want to think, yo, I'm a business owner, I'm an entrepreneur, you want to make real money, because that's not how it is work, right? But yeah, back to the point. Fasting, he just basically preaching about his story, I believe, his life, and how the wisest thing people tell you if you want to enjoy your life is that you settle down, you see, you think about the future and do all those things, because he believes that the fast lane is better because he did that. He does acknowledge it is harder. He says the slow lane, I think it's comfortable. So the fast lane, you have to be uncomfortable first to become comfortable and truly enjoy life. He said many people will tell him he's doing nonsense, madness, hate on him, say he's just spending money wild, but he's doing what he does in the fast lane. Now I don't want to have any lines blurred up in between there, so let me just try to go over it a little more to make sure it's clear for everyone to understand. I read this book like a month ago. I finished it. So let me see if I remember everything. He talked about some resources, some very important resources you can use to be in the fast lane eventually. So one would be like selling books, writing books. That is, but writing books would be more like it'd be harder for you. So that's more like if you already have a following or something, and then you can write books, create content production, having human resource to use, and also a limited business line. I don't want to say something wrong. And then there's like investing as well. Yeah, but it goes on in a hierarchy. Like investing, very iffy. There are risks involved. So this really more like if you have the money to lose, go and invest in, you're saying, all right, even if I lose money, it's okay. but I can make me money too, and that'd be even better. So you invest wisely, you do your studies upon it. HR is important because if you have human resource, then while they are working, you're not really using up your time. So you will think about the big things, the important things to drive your business forward and whatnot. And then they will be doing the interworkings, the logistics and whatnot, using up their time, and you could relax a bit. But when you are working on it, you thinking hard, you're focusing hard, everything going serious, but you're trying to find the main things to do. But you'll have the HR working for you, so it's good to have a team of people working with you, right? And then what did I say? Like content production, books and things. This is because you put in a lot of time and effort, into books and content and whatnot. But after you put in that time, each video you put out, each book you put out, to have like a long lifespan. So yeah, it could last years, it could take decades. Some books for decades still making money and plenty things, content. You put out a video, you there like chill back 2 years later, each month money still coming in. You might have a peak in it, and if it's multiple videos you put out, yeah, just keep coming in and in. It's not just on your time alone. Your video could be 20 minutes behind the scenes, say you put in 2 days into it, but you getting paid each time people watch, you just getting over and over. If you understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, I could always go deeper into this book. There are so many things in it, and I have to check it over to go in depth with it. But that's if people want that. So just want to go for what I said. There's the sidewalk, slow lane, fast lane. Yes. So you all enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching until you make it. Wow. Thank you for watching this. Especially if you made it until the end. But probably nobody make it here, so nobody see that mess up. Yeah, man.